You Are Good Enough: How to Make Unbelievable Things Happen, presented by Theo E. David and the Audio Bookshelf. Welcome back to our Audio Bookshelf. We hope you enjoy the book, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to get our latest content. Enjoy. Introduction. Imagine if the only thing standing between you and an extraordinary life was your belief in yourself. What if accepting your inherent worth could unlock doors you never knew existed? In the book You Are Good Enough, we reveal the transformative power of self-acceptance and how it can lead to truly unbelievable outcomes. Have you ever felt like you're constantly striving yet never quite reaching the mark? Society often makes us feel that we need to be more successful, more attractive, more intelligent. But what if the secret to true fulfillment and success lies in recognizing that you are already enough? This book is your guide to embracing that truth and witnessing the incredible changes it brings to your life. We start with a simple yet profound idea: you are good enough just as you are. This concept might seem foreign, especially in a world that thrives on making us feel inadequate. However, accepting your worth is the first step towards a life of peace, confidence, and achievement. This book will help you internalize this belief, providing practical steps to shift your mindset and embrace your true value. Understanding self-acceptance is crucial. Self-acceptance is not about complacency or giving up on growth. It's about acknowledging your worth at every stage of your journey. This book will show you how to balance self-acceptance with personal development, ensuring you continue to grow while appreciating who you are right now. One of the key elements we'll explore is the power of positive self-talk. The stories you tell yourself shape your reality. This book will teach you how to replace negative, limiting narratives with affirmations that reinforce your worth and potential. By changing your inner dialogue, you create a foundation for confidence and resilience. Visualization and goal setting are also essential tools on this journey. When you see yourself as good enough, your goals become clearer, and your path to achieving them becomes more attainable. This book provides techniques to help you visualize your success and set realistic, meaningful goals that align with your true self. In this audiobook, you will uncover uplifting experiences from those who have accomplished remarkable things in their lives by acknowledging and accepting their own worth. These real-life instances illustrate how becoming more accepting of oneself can result in astonishing accomplishments and unanticipated opportunities. In light of their experiences, you will be motivated to have faith in your own capabilities and to take courageous measures toward achieving your goals. This book is intended to be understandable, applicable, and profoundly empowering. Each section provides you with initiatives and insights that you can instantly put into practice. The guidance you will discover here is helpful, regardless of whether you are just beginning to doubt your own self-worth or wanting to deepen your acceptance of yourself. As you embark on this journey, remember that the power to change your life begins with the simple acceptance of your worth. By believing that you are good enough, you open the door to a world of possibilities and experiences that were previously out of reach. Welcome to You Are Good Enough. Let's start this transformative journey together and discover the incredible power of self-acceptance. Chapter 1: Understanding the Power of Self-Acceptance. By embracing the journey to self-acceptance, you'll discover an empowering truth: you are indeed good enough just as you are. Society often feeds us the narrative that we need to be more, do more, and achieve more, but the reality is you're already enough. You're not a project to be completed or a problem to be fixed. You're a human being deserving of love and respect, regardless of your accomplishments or lack thereof. Understanding the power of self-acceptance begins with acknowledging your inherent worth. You don't have to earn your place in the world; it's already yours. Your worth is not based on your position in society, appearance, or social standing. It's inherent in your very existence. Self-acceptance doesn't mean you become complacent or stop pursuing growth. Rather, it means you recognize your worthiness now, in this moment, without conditions or contingencies. It means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, successes and failures, and still choosing to love and accept yourself. You'll find that the more you embrace self-acceptance, the more peace and happiness you'll experience. You'll stop comparing yourself to others and start appreciating your own unique journey. You'll stop seeking external validation and start trusting your own instincts. You'll stop punishing yourself for past mistakes and start embracing the lessons they taught you. Chapter 2: Letting Go of Perfectionism. Instead of focusing on perfectionism, remember that you are not defined by your mistakes or failings. Rather, you are characterized by your capacity to develop and learn from those mistakes and shortcomings. You're a work in progress, and that's okay. Perfectionism can be a heavy burden to bear, but you have the power to shrug it off. Don't let it weigh you down. Instead, aim for progress, not perfection. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of perfection. It's tempting to believe that if only you could do everything just right, then you'd be happy. But the truth is, perfection is an illusion. It's unattainable, and the constant striving for it can leave you feeling stressed, frustrated, and never quite good enough. Let go of the idea that you need to be perfect to be worthy. You're already worthy just as you are. You're human, and humans aren't meant to be perfect. We're meant to be real, flawed, and to learn and grow. So how can you start letting go of perfectionism? Begin by setting realistic expectations for yourself. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned, and remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to do it all alone. Letting go of perfectionism doesn't mean settling for less. It means making peace with who you are, embracing your journey, and recognizing that you are indeed good enough. Chapter 3: Embracing Your Unique Flaws. As you let go of perfectionism and start to see yourself as a work in progress, it's time to further your journey of self-acceptance by learning to embrace your unique flaws. The truth is, everyone has flaws. It's what makes us human, it's what makes us unique. Don't view your flaws as something to hide, but rather as something that sets you apart from the rest. Your flaws aren't something to be ashamed of, they're a part of who you are. They have a considerable impact on your personality and help to form your character. Instead of focusing on the negative elements, look for the strengths within your limitations. Your flaws may even be hidden talents waiting to be discovered. It's natural to feel insecure about your flaws, but remember, it's these so-called imperfections that make you unique. Embrace them. Love them. They're a part of your story. You're not supposed to be like everyone else, you're supposed to be you, and you're good enough just as you are. Remember, self-acceptance isn't about denying your flaws, it's about recognizing them, understanding them, and embracing them. It's about turning your weaknesses into strengths. It's about learning to love yourself, flaws and all. Chapter 4: The Freedom of Good Enough Thinking. Now let's journey into the liberating world of good enough thinking, where you're free to be yourself without the pressure of unrealistic expectations. In this domain, you're not bound by the chains of perfection, but rather encouraged to embrace your individuality and believe in your worth. Isn't it a relief to know you don't have to be perfect to be amazing? It's easy to focus on what you're not, on your perceived shortcomings, and forget about all the things that make you fantastic. But imagine the freedom that comes with accepting that you're good enough. You don't need to constantly prove your worth. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to be someone you're not. You can let go of the constant effort and just be. Good enough thinking doesn't mean settling for less. It's about recognizing your value and refusing to let others define you. It's about understanding that you're more than your mistakes, more than your successes, and more than the labels that society tries to put on you. Embrace the reality that you're good enough. Allow it to seep into your thoughts, actions, and words. You'll discover a freedom you never knew existed. You'll feel lighter, happier, and more at peace with yourself. You'll begin to see your life in a different light, a light that reflects your true worth. That's the power and the freedom of good enough thinking. Chapter 5: Breaking Free from Self-Doubt. While embracing the uplifting truth of good enough thinking, let's also tackle the chains of self-doubt that often keep us bound, reminding ourselves that our worth isn't dependent on others' opinions or our past mistakes. You see, self-doubt is a cunning adversary, often cloaked in practicality and sensible thinking. However, it's nothing more than a barrier standing between you and your potential. To break free from self-doubt, you first need to identify its presence. Are there moments when you downplay your abilities or question your worth despite evidence of your competence? Do you frequently worry that you're not good enough? If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with these self-defeating thoughts. Next, challenge those doubts. Analyze them, question them, and confront them. Why do you think you're not good enough? Is it based on factual evidence or personal feelings? Most of the time, you'll find that self-doubt isn't rooted in reality but in fear and insecurity. Now, it's time to replace self-doubt with self-confidence. Recognize your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Celebrate your strengths and acknowledge your growth. You're more capable than you give yourself credit for. Chapter 6: Building a Positive Mindset. Harnessing the power of a positive mindset is an essential step in your journey towards embracing your worth and overcoming self-doubt. Understand that shifting your thoughts isn't about ignoring life's difficulties, it's about approaching unpleasant situations more productively and positively. You're not denying the problems, you're choosing to focus on solutions and growth instead. Start by practicing self-awareness. It's important to recognize negative thoughts when they arise. Don't judge yourself for having them, but gently guide your mind towards constructive thoughts. You're human, and it's okay to have a bad day, but don't let it define your outlook. Next, adopt an attitude of gratitude. It's amazing how your perspective can change when you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Make a habit of writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. You'll start noticing more positives than negatives, and that's a step in the right direction. Visualize your success. Picture yourself accomplishing your goals and overcoming obstacles. Visualization is a powerful tool for attracting the positive results you want. Finally, surround yourself with positivity. From the books you read to the people you spend time with, make sure your environment supports your positive mindset. Remember, you're good enough, and with a positive mindset, you'll start believing it too. Building a positive mindset isn't a one-time task, it's a continuous process. Be patient with yourself. You're on a journey, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to recognizing your worth. Chapter 7: Your worth isn't defined by mistakes. Embracing the fact that your worth isn't defined by your mistakes is a powerful step towards self-acceptance and growth. It's easy to get stuck in the past, wallowing in mishaps and blunders, but remember, you're human, and you're bound to make mistakes just like everyone else. Those errors don't make you less valuable, less worthy, or less capable. In fact, they're opportunities for learning and growth. Don't let your mistakes dictate your self-worth. You're not the sum of your failures. Instead, see each mistake as a stepping stone towards becoming a better version of yourself. You've fallen, but you've also risen. You've failed, but you've also triumphed. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth, including your own. This doesn't mean you should ignore your mistakes. Acknowledge them, learn from them, but don't let them define you. You're much more than the wrong turns you've made. You've got strengths, talents, and a unique perspective that adds value to the world. You're a work in progress, and every mistake is a lesson that propels you forward. You are good enough just as you are. Accepting this truth is the first step toward astonishing events in your life. It's time to step out from the shadow of your mistakes and embrace your true worth. You've got this. Don't let your past define your future. You are, and always will be, good enough. Chapter 8: The Impact of Negative Self-Talk. Often, it's your own inner voice that can be your harshest critic, filling your mind with negative self-talk that chips away at your self-esteem and sense of worth. This internal dialogue can be incredibly harmful, often leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. It's like a cloud that casts a shadow over your every achievement, making it hard to recognize your worth and the value you bring to the world. Negative self-talk can have a significant effect on your mental health. It can cause increased stress, anxiety, and sadness. More than that, it can affect your relationships, career, and overall happiness. It's a vicious cycle. The more you indulge in negative self-talk, the harder it becomes to break free from its grip. But remember, you're not alone in this struggle. It's a common issue faced by many, and it's important to know that there are ways to combat these damaging thought patterns. It takes time and work, but with patience and perseverance, you can learn to replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations and self-confidence. Chapter 9. Practicing Self-Compassion Daily. Every day provides a fresh opportunity for you to show kindness to yourself, to silence the negative self-talk, and to foster a nurturing, compassionate inner dialogue. You can instill tranquility in your heart by simply practicing self-compassion. It's not about denying your flaws or mistakes, but rather acknowledging them with empathy and understanding. It's about being your own friend. Start by practicing mindfulness. Notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Once you've acknowledged them, comfort yourself as you would a dear friend. You're human, and it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. It's how we grow and learn, so why not extend the same compassion to yourself that you'd give to others? Next, practice self-kindness. Instead of punishing yourself with harsh words, respond to your mistakes with kindness and understanding. You're not perfect, and that's okay. Show yourself kindness and encouragement, especially in moments of struggle. Finally, remember we're all interconnected. Everyone experiences pain and makes mistakes. When you're feeling down, remind yourself that you're not alone in your struggle. This shared human experience can bring a sense of comfort and camaraderie. Practicing self-compassion daily is like watering a plant. It takes time and consistency, but the results are profoundly rewarding. You'll find yourself more resilient, more confident, and more at peace. Remember, you're good enough just as you are. Embrace it and watch as unbelievable things start to happen from this place of acceptance. Chapter 10. Releasing the Need for Approval. While nurturing self-compassion bolsters your inner strength, releasing the need for external approval sets you free in a way you may have never experienced before. You've been conditioned to seek approval, to want to fit in, to fear rejection. But remember, you're not alone in this journey. We've all been there, and it's okay. The first step is to recognize that need for approval. Ask yourself, do I need someone else's approval to feel good about myself? It's tough, but you've got this. Once you've identified this need, it's time to gently let it go. Understand that your worth isn't determined by others' perceptions, but by how you perceive yourself. Next, start to affirm your worth. Tell yourself, I am enough. I'm worthy. Say it aloud, write it down, repeat it until it resonates deeply within you. This isn't about arrogance or self-importance, it's about acknowledging and celebrating your inherent value. Finally, practice self-love daily. Make it a priority to care for yourself, respect yourself, and value yourself. You don't need anyone else's approval to do this. Releasing the need for approval is liberating. It allows you to live authentically, follow your own path, and honor your unique self. Although it is a never-ending road, each step you take puts you closer to the degree of freedom and fulfillment that you are entitled to. You're good enough, and it's time to believe it. Chapter 11. Focusing on progress, not perfection. Remembering that perfection isn't the goal is crucial. It's about embracing the journey and celebrating each little step of progress you make. It's natural to aim for excellence, but don't let that overwhelm you in your journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Progress is the key. Your aim isn't to be perfect, but to be better than you were yesterday. This means accepting your flaws and using them as stepping stones to improve yourself. Imperfections aren't barriers, they're opportunities for growth. So instead of pushing yourself too hard for not being perfect, focus on how far you've come. You're not the same person you were last year, last month, or even yesterday. Each day brings new experiences, new lessons, and new opportunities for growth. You're evolving, learning, and improving. Isn't that progress? Perfection is a static state, but life is dynamic. It's constantly changing, and so are you. Embrace this change. Embrace the journey. Let go of the idea of perfection and focus on making progress. Don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, it's okay to have setbacks, they're a part of the journey. It's through these setbacks that we learn, grow, and make progress. In the end, it's not about being perfect, it's about being good enough. It's about accepting yourself as you are and moving forward. It's about focusing on progress, not perfection. And remember, you're more than good enough. You're amazing. You've got this. Chapter 12, Celebrating Small Wins. As you focus on progress and let go of unattainable perfection, it's equally important to cherish your small victories along the way. These mini triumphs, no matter how minor they might seem, serve as stepping stones toward the larger goals you're pursuing. Keep in mind that Rome was not constructed in a single day, and neither will your acceptance of yourself. Take pleasure in every single step you make towards realizing that you're indeed good enough. Understand that every day is an opportunity to win small battles. Did you wake up feeling good about yourself today? That's a win. Did you manage to fight off a negative thought? That's another win. Each small win is a sign of your resilience and strength, a reminder that you're capable of making positive changes in your life.